Boom! What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Perfect Bag. My name's Clint, and we are here for another fantastic one-take bag review. We're going to do what we always do on this channel. We're going to do a one-take bag review. That means one straight shot through this bag, a full walkthrough, exterior, interior. We're going to get into all the nooks and crannies. At the end of that walkthrough, you're going to get two things that I love about the bag, two things that could be better, and then an overall discussion about who might this be the perfect bag for, and what is this? This is the ITS Tactical Discreet Messenger Bag. Pretty cool looking bag, right? All right, we haven't done a ton of messengers on this channel. We tend to navigate the waters of backpacks and sling bags primarily, but I just couldn't pass up on this bag for quite a few reasons. Number one, magnets. We'll get into that in a second. Number two, Dan Matsuda. We'll get into that in a second. Number three, orange interior. We'll definitely get into that in a minute. All right, let's get into this thing, everybody. Exterior first. This bag is really slick. You can't call something the discreet messenger bag and not make it discreet. So this thing is gray manned out. So what is gray man? Gray man is part of this kind of concealed carry tactical world idea of you should blend into the crowd. It's a chance for you to wear something that doesn't scream, look at me, I have an assault rifle broken down in my bag. This instead says, don't look at me, I'm just part of the background, I'm just part of the crew, I'm just a business person wandering the streets with my business person stuff, doing business things. That's what this is. All right, so interesting concept overall, a discreet bag that is properly made for concealed carry, but we don't really do concealed carry on this channel. I'm not an expert, I don't own a firearm, which means that I'm not going to be telling you about how great this bag is for concealed carry. You're going to have to find another channel for that. I'm sorry, but I don't want to pretend to be an expert at something I'm not, but I am an expert at bags. And so we are going to do a full walkthrough. You are going to get to know this bag faux show. Okay, exterior, really polished, kind of high gloss nylon material. It is really slick. Like no hair is going to be sticking to this bag. You have 0 exterior pockets, not a one, not a single exterior pocket on this whole thing. You have a very beefy messenger strap with a kind of a white detail. There's 6 rows of white stitching on the, looks like 2.5-inch nylon strap. Really nice detail. And I guess this is the point at which I can jump in and say this bag was in part in partnership designed by the one and only Dan Matsuda. If you don't know Dan Matsuda, that's okay. Look him up. Check out danmatsuda.com and you'll see that he is an everyday carry designer. He makes patches, he makes water bottles, he makes bags, and that's how we know him on this channel as a bag maker. And so when a really boutique craft bag maker partners with a larger maker, it's always fun to see what is the result. And the result in this case is a very interesting bag. It's a bag that you can see has my video just stopped. So I guess, does this still count as a one-take bag review? Yeah, it just was a video error. So here we go. Anyway, what I was saying was the result in this case is a very interesting bag. This bag has a cool look and feel to it. And in addition to having a cool look and feel to it, it has some awesome design elements. Design element number 1, the stitching on the strap. Design element number 2, the stitching down here on this little pull tab. What is a pull tab doing on a bag? Let's find out. Listen to this. Oh yeah, it's magnets. Not only is it magnets, it is the single most satisfying set of magnets that I've ever seen on a bag. Dan Matsuda, team at ITS, whoever came up with this like rock star level stuff. Watch this. Now I'm going to show you up close and personal what's going on with this when we go to camera number 2, but for a second here, just stick with me. Watch the flash of color here of this premium weather-resistant fabric. Oh, man. Sorry, you can't see me anymore. Look at that. So what's going on here is you have a fidlock buckle that has a release mechanism, and when it comes down, these little knobs slip into this little hole, almost like a trailer hitch, and it pops into place either on the tall one if you need more space in your bag, or the lower one if you're buckling everything down nice and tight. Wow, that's pretty dang cool, and it's very fun. All right, so you do have this beautiful orange material on the interior. You've got this beautiful gray material that's streaked with white, both of them, and it's a really fancy coated fabric. Like, it's thick fabric and it's coated fabric for weatherproofing. We'll talk a little bit more about some weatherproofing features in camera number 2. Is it time for camera number 2? I feel like it is, because I need to tell you about pockets, and I need to show you the completely awesome organization in this bag. Let's do this thing. I think it's time for camera number 2. See you there. All right, here we are. Wow, look at this, just right off the bat. Look at that. I mean, that is cool. How well organized is this? All right, it reminds me a little bit of the Alpaca Elements tote, but this came out first, and this is so cool. Look at this. Designed in the USA, made in Vietnam, Imminent Threat Solutions, itstactical.com. All right. So what is going on in here? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections of this interior of this messenger bag. One of them is quite obviously a water bottle holder. This is a 20-ounce swell bottle. You're not going to get like 32-ounce Nalgene's in here, but any regularly sized water bottle is going to fit just fine. Additionally, umbrella will fit just fine. There's 2 water bottle holders, one on each side. I put my gimbal in one. You could certainly put an umbrella in one, but yeah, no issues. Really, really cool. Yeah, look at this. So full loadout of this bag. Like, that is really, really appealing. If you like an organized carry, like, this is very, very appealing. All right, so front 2 pockets here, little drop pockets. I put a video game device in one. I've slipped a bag. This is a knick-knack from Green Room 136. Slips right in here. Notably, ITS Tactical also sells zip bags that are specifically designed and sized for this pocket. So you could actually buy bags from ITS Tactical that are color-coded that slip into these pockets, or bring your own bag. No problem there either. And then this is a 14-inch laptop, but this is a 15-inch laptop sleeve in the back of the bag. Wow. Look at that. I mean, if you like organization, that is really, really appealing stuff. Wow. Okay. So I promised you we would look at the other pockets, but you can see the beautiful material here. It's not just orange. It's like an orange streaked material with white thread. It matches this material on the outside of the bag, which is really, really durable, weatherproof fabric, and very, very nice. Now, no messenger that closes with a flap is fully waterproof or weatherproof, but it does, as it folds over. Take a look at this. As it folds over, it also folds this flap in. And so that does provide some waterproofing. Here, I'll show you on this side. Right here. Folds that in. Nice. And then you can see this mechanism here. Just 2 fidlocks, 1, 2, and you can buckle high or buckle low. And it does pretty automatically find its spot. Nice. Okay, now let's try and show you these side pockets. These are 2 pockets, but it's just the same compartment. It's what we call in the industry ambidextrous. I know everybody outside the industry calls it that too, but it's an ambidextrous pocket. What does that mean? It means you can wear the messenger bag over either shoulder and still pull this around and access it quickly. But you can see a full hook and loop lined compartment here. I've put my Kindle in there. The pen is mightier than the sword, right? And then down in there, you could put a holster, you could put a Kindle, you could put flowers that you want to give to people, whatever you want to do. Beautiful. We'll flip it over, we'll look at the back. Same material, padded. The whole thing is padded all the way around. So the whole messenger bag, including this top part, the flap is the only thing that's not padded, but everything else, all sides, the bottom, the back, all padded. And you can take another closer look at this beautiful strap. Just really, really nice. And I'm sure, knowing Dan, this represents something, but I'm not sure what. All right, so everybody, drink it in, take a look here, and meet me back at camera number 1. Okay, wow, what a fun walkthrough. And what a fun bag. Pretty cool stuff, right? Let's get into this thing. 2 things that I really love about this bag. The first thing that I love about this bag is got to be obvious, right? Everybody who watches this channel knows that I love me some magnets, and this is, I mean, hands down. It's not even close. This is hands down the most fun magnetic closure that I've ever had on a bag. I could just do that all day. Now that would get really annoying to everybody around me because it's not a quiet mechanism, but it is super satisfying to use. It's really, I mean, I'm not lying to you. It's very fun to use that flap. The second thing that I love, well, I mean, it's another gimme, right? Look at the organization on this sucker. It's just, I mean, it's just everything is drop-in, nothing is zippered, nothing is buttoned, nothing is micro, teeny tiny pockets. Like, it's 5 useful pockets of usable size for normal everyday items. Nice laptop sleeve, no frills, nothing too crazy, nothing too wacky. It's just nice and it just works. And it's really, really, really nice to use this bag in terms of organization. Absolutely, absolutely bonkers fun and cool. Great little bag. All right, a couple of things that I think could be better about this bag. Well, the first one is going to fly in the face of the company, which is a shame. But man, Dan Matsuda and the team here really dreamed up a great bag. I just wish it was geared more towards a tech carry than a CCW carry. Now, what do I mean by that? I just mean that this front compartment here, because they're going for something super discreet to hide a hook and loop holster, it feels like kind of a waste. I would love to see a little bit different design here, and this zipper barely works. I mean, it is really tight, and then the magnets in here seem unnecessarily hard. Like this whole front pocket thing, like if you own a Drift Workshop tote, like the front pocket from the Drift tote on here might have been like the way to go for a super, super cool, useful bag. Now, it's good at what it is. If you're buying this for a hook and loop holster, great bag for that. I don't know, I'm not an expert in that field, but man, if you want a bag that doesn't look like it's a tactical bag, but is a tactical bag, not too shabby here, not too shabby. So that's the first thing. Don't love the front pocket on this bag. And the second thing is just a little simple thing, which is I'd like a little bit more padding on the laptop sleeve on the inside. So the back panel is very padded. The front panel is just a fabric flap. I like my tech laptop pockets to be padded on all sides. Just because if I've got something else that's heavy on the inside of the bag, I don't want it banging and slamming against it. But I'd like that to be padded on all sides. It would also hug the laptop in, since this is a messenger bag and we're wearing it at like a 45-degree angle. It would hug the laptop in a little bit tighter, less shifting as you go. Those are the only 2 things I'd change. I like the colorway. I think it's very nice. I love the materials. I think the bag is worth every bit of the $99 they're selling it for right now for Black Friday. Now, that's 50% off. This bag normally sells for $199. And is it worth $199? I don't know. But what is a bag worth? So the materials are excellent. But if they can sell it for $99 and still make a profit, it makes you wonder just a little bit about the $199 price point. Just a little bit. So I think this bag would be at more of a sweet spot at the like $129 range, $130, where it's up against, you know, the premium stuff in Chrome and Timbuktu's lineup, rather than up against Dan Matsuda's stuff and like super premium $200 to $400 bags. So that all being said, it is a great little messenger bag. One of the best that I've ever carried or owned, because I do love the interior organization and love the fidlock closure. Everybody, I hope you enjoyed seeing this little gem. And oh, by the way, speaking of little gems, this comes with a really unique Dan Matsuda morale patch as well that you can put on the back side of the inside pocket back in here where nobody will ever see it. So potentially that's another issue, is giving me a morale patch that is badass and no place where I ever see said morale patch. I have an idea for you. In the next version of this bag, pad out that laptop sleeve and on the front side of it, do a little hook and loop. There you go. I solved it for you. ITS, you're welcome. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for checking out this bag with me. As always, I appreciate your love and support. Thanks for watching the videos. I'll keep putting them out as long as you keep watching them. Everybody, we will see you next time. Bye for now.